everybody. My name is Phillip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. And today we're talking about, if you're thinking about moving to Bentonville, Arkansas, here are some of the things that you need to know about and some interesting things you need to know about before you move here. So let's talk about that. But before we begin, if you could like this video and also subscribe, that would make the world of difference. I try to produce as much content as humanly possible about Northwest Arkansas. Also, if you are thinking about moving down here, like checking the whole area out, I have a 3-day itinerary link below. So maybe you're an adventurer, maybe you're a sports person, maybe you have kids, maybe you're a sightseer. There's a 3-day itinerary link down below for you. So go ahead and download it and use it when you get down here. All right, so let's say you're thinking about moving down to Bentonville, Arkansas, or maybe you're gonna take a trip down here. Let's talk about some of the things that you need to know about Bentonville, Arkansas before you get down here. And the first one, this might be a little obvious to some people, and this might be the reason why you're coming down here, but Bentonville, Arkansas is the mountain biking capital of the world. And on top of that, it is truly, truly a biking community. Now, I am not gonna lie, if you are in Bentonville Square around the whole area, you're gonna see bikes everywhere, especially on the weekend, because people use those bikes to get around the whole town. Grocery stores, going to places, going to get things, going to work. Bikes are everywhere. Pathways are everywhere. It's a biking community. And so the first thing you need to know about Bentonville is the fact that people have bikes. There's bike shops everywhere. There's bike repair everywhere. People have mobile bike fixing places. So it is truly a biking community. And that's the cool thing. And the whole thing about Northwest Arkansas in general is the fact that it really is a biking area. Pathways everywhere, biking everywhere. And so it's really cool to live in an area where there's pathways that you can go on trails, you can go on paved pathways, you can get anywhere you want to on a bike. And on top of that, they're expanding it at a very breakneck pace. They're looking to add more and more pathways around the whole area very quickly. And so even if you come right now, you're gonna be able to get almost anywhere in the NWA area on a bike versus a car or other sort of areas. So maybe, let's say for instance, biking isn't your thing. There are so many pathways dedicated to one wheels, to electric scooters, to different sorts of alternative transportation versus just a car. And that's kind of the theme of the whole area. And the second thing you need to know about Bentonville if you decide to move here or you're coming to visit here is the fact that there is a lot of construction going on in Bentonville at the moment. And that's because the ledger's being worked on, the actual Walmart headquarters is being worked on. That might take about 2 or 3 years to finish up. There's new hotels being built. There's new actual structures being built for venture capitalists and also new businesses. So there's a lot of construction happening right now. Plus roads are being redone. And so this is the thing about Bentonville. This is the thing about Bentonville is the fact that this is a 5-year plan that they're getting ready to basically just make the area even more awesome than what it is in 5 years. There's all new parks being developed. There's things that are being in the works that aren't even being publicized yet. And so Bentonville is becoming this kind of unknown town about 10 years ago. About 5 years ago, this infrastructure really caught up to itself. And now it's really at the starting line of really amazing growth for the next 10 to 15 years. And so it's people around the world are seeing this and they're flying out here and also like driving out here and coming out here for vacation to see, is this a place I want to live? But knowing the fact that if you are coming out here, just know there's gonna be a lot of construction for the next probably 3 to 5 years, but know the fact that once it's done and even getting close to being done, it's gonna be even more amazing of a place. So there's so many things that are finished currently, but there are even just so many things in the works and being worked on as we speak in the next 3 or 5 years. It's gonna be even more amazing to live in Bentonville. Whoa, before we jump on to the next point, I have something brand new called Instant Home Updates. So maybe you're looking at homes on Zillow or Realtor.com way too slow. They're way too slow. You know that some of the notifications don't even come to you, not hours, if not days later after the houses or rentals hit the market. Way too slow. Instant Home Updates sounds exactly what it sounds like. Instant Home Updates. Wild, I know. So if you want to make sure that you get notified right away of the market changing around here, whether it's for rentals or for homes, there's a link below. Just enter your information, what you're looking for, whether it's rentals or for homes, bedrooms, etc. And I'll make sure to get that set up for you right away. Also, if you want to keep up to date with the cool things that are happening around Northwest Arkansas, whether it's music festivals, if there's comedians coming here, new music happening here, all sorts of new things, whether it's like events or new buildings or new venture capitalists or whatever the case is, definitely sign up with the link below. I have an email that I send out every single Friday. It just kind of keeps you up to date with the things that are going on here. Now, I do admit, you might get a little bit of fear of missing out, a little FOMO, but it's well worth it because you'll be the most informed person when you get down here in Northwest Arkansas. I can promise you that. And the third thing you need to know about Bentonville before you move out here is the fact that we take community very seriously around here. We have all sorts of festivals, music festivals. We have our downtown square for all the Christmas and fall stuff. We have our downtown square for Thursdays for farmers markets, and on top of that, Saturday markets. Then on top of that, we have our First Fridays every single month of the month. We have First Fridays. So there's events happening all around town all week long. And so that's one way that Bentonville that has done a good job of keeping community together is the fact that there are so many events, and whether it's put on by the city itself, whether it's put on by downtown Bentonville, whether it's put down by maybe by a business itself, there are events every single week. And so it really keeps the community tight knit and together. And so it's really cool. And even if you're into mountain biking, there's events every single day in Bentonville, NWA area. So even if you are into the mountain biking scene or hiking scene or anything like that, there's events all the time. And so just know the fact that we try to keep community, we take community very seriously around Bentonville because we are a tight-knit community around this whole area. And this kind of leads into my fourth point, which is the fact that there's a lot of people in the area that are not from the area. And so obviously, as you probably assume this, there's a lot of people from California, Colorado, Texas, Illinois, and also to other states that have come here to Bentonville, Arkansas because they see the potential, they see what's happening here, and they want to be part of the community. So it is a rare day for you to actually meet someone on the street and be like actually hasn't been here for like more than 10 years. So the last probably 5 years or so, there's so many people that have moved into the area that if you are moving into the area now, you will feel right at home because there's so many new people in the area. And even a lot of people outside of America that have moved out of America to actually Bentonville because of potential for work, potential for mountain biking, potential for just overall growth. And so it's really cool to be in a community where there's all sorts of new people that want to grow the community together. And last but certainly not least, and you kind of piece this together from other things I've said, but Bentonville and kind of Northwest Arkansas in general is in high growth mode. Now, with a little asterisk here, they're not in such a high growth mode that they're willing to sacrifice what their belief systems are. Like they want to still be a very tight knit, close community with faster growth. They're not willing to sacrifice like the niceness and the uniqueness of Bentonville and NWA specifically just for the sake of growth. They're not trying to become the next Austin, not trying to become the next San Fran by any shape or form. And so Bentonville specifically is really trying to keep that close knit, very, very tight knit community area with at the same time do a faster growth model. And so looking back at other areas like Austin, other places that have not done the best job learning from their mistakes, and they're trying to apply them to Bentonville specifically. And so it's said before that Bentonville's not trying to become the next Austin. Bentonville's just trying to become a better version of Bentonville itself. And so it's really cool to see an area just like have a growth mindset, but at the same time, not growth for the sake of growth. And so it's one of those things when you get down here, you'll see a lot of growth happening in construction, a lot of people, influx of people, a lot of new trail systems, but they're not willing to sacrifice the soul of NWA for the sake of growth. So just know that when you come down here that there's a lot of people that have a lot of influence around here, and a lot of people have put money in certain areas to make sure it grows fast, but they're not willing to sacrifice growth for the sake of the soul itself, the soul of Bentonville. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Again, if you are thinking about moving down to Northwest Arkansas, download my 3-day itinerary link below. Maybe you're an adventurer, maybe you're a sports person, maybe you have kids. There's a 3-day itinerary link down below for you, so go ahead and download it. Also, when you do come down here, I can give you the $10 tour so I can show you around the whole area. Plus, we can check out some homes for sale or for rent and see how far your dollar will go in Northwest Arkansas compared to where you're coming from. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one.